Alright. There, I fixed it, I think. Okay, so, obviously my PC has problems, and that's why I had to restart the stream, because, it changed the encoder back on me. But, yeah, I'm about to send my GPU off, to be RMA'd, so, should only be like 2 or 3 weeks before I get it back. And, that's kind of a crappy wait time. So, in the meantime, I'll be making shorts, going live from my phone and stuff like that. But, it just sucks because, we were on a roll. We just passed 260 subs, which, that's kind of crazy. All from one video that got 23,000 views. So, it's kind of nutty. And then on top of that, we're halfway to the giveaway. I don't have one here to show, but I'm giving away 5 Escape from Tarkov mugs. They're nothing special. They're just, something from my website. If you want to go see what they look like, I have good stock photos on my website. Link should be in the description. If not, I'll go back and update it later. But what a Tuesday, guys. While I wait for people to get in here and start chatting again, here's my question to you. How's your weekend? How was your Monday? And how's your day today? I'm actually streaming a little earlier than I usually would, even if it's just for a little bit. Because I just wanted to talk about how I may be slightly absent in everything. And I see you're back again, Jake. Sorry about that. I just had to restart real quick. But, yeah, I'm going to be absent for a while that's being fixed. And we'll see what we can get into in the meantime. Just a little bit ago, your favorite Martian dropped another song, but without a music video. Not like I could really make a halfway decent video reacting to it anyway, if anyone even wants that. But, once again, how was your weekend? Pretty good? Do anything fun? I'm selling off one of my mini bike projects, and I'm kind of sad to see that bike go, seeing as how it's basically brand new, but you kind of need the money. Not really, huh? And then I have another one of my projects here. I might suggest sell the frame because I don't have a good motor for it. Let me grab it right quick. Alright. And here's my other project. It's freshly painted and well, not fresh, but it's painted, it's ready to be built. It's just a matter of not having the rest of the parts, and I don't have a good motor for it. So yeah, that's just some of the cool stuff that I have laying around, but probably some things I'm going to mess with while I wait for my repairs to be done. And then when it comes to work and everything, this job I've been working recently, it's kind of tough being out there in that heat all day, and it really sucks. I mean, it's a cool job. As you've probably seen from my shorts if you guys watch them. I drive all kinds of different trucks and equipment and everything. Oh, hey Salad. I'm sorry to hear about, man. That's really unfortunate. And I'm a father of 4 between 2 different women, so I know a thing or two about relationship issues. And I can tell you that they're not simple. Definitely not in my predicament. But, if things can almost always be worked through, and if they can't, then that's okay. And it's not worth beating yourself up about. Alright? I'm just glad you're here and watching. That's, nothing to be too upset about, right? Sometimes it's best to take your mind off of things like that and, just simmer on it. Just take your mind off of it, do other things, entertain yourself, and then come back with a fresh mind, good set of goals and everything, and try and just clean slate, try to come up with solutions, And something else is relationships are all about compromise, right? You have to give something to get something. And that's a lot how my relationship is. While this is a simple example, I just give my girlfriend money to go shopping, and she just lets me have all the time in the world that I want. So, it's pretty simple. And yeah, there's tons of variables when it comes to relationships. Things like, work, your home life, and just all type of outside pressure, family pressure, and it can be hard to manage. So I understand. I get it. It's, I'm 23, but I've been around. And forgive me if I stop talking at any point. I'm not good at just talking, but that's all this stream's gonna be, really. But I gotta say, though, I'm glad to be talking to you guys again and everything. I love talking to my subscribers and everything, because it's just nice to know that you guys are here. But other than your relationship issues, Salad, has anything else been going on? You do anything over the weekend? I mean, other than my job, since, it's been like, other than this past weekend, it's been 7 days a week. So I've been doing a lot of work and everything, driving all those different trucks, everything from excavators to semis. It's a cool job. It's just they want too many work days, so I'm going to transition out to something that I know a lot better. Yeah, and I know you're from the UK, right? I know, like, over there, it's more, like, walking friendly and more, public transportation than we have here. So, it's understandable if you never learned how to drive. But, over here, to go anywhere if you don't live in a city is a couple miles at least, if you don't live in the right places. So walking's not always like the best thing. But yeah, uh, all kinds of different equipment, the excavators and whatnot, backhoes, and all types of different farm equipment. It's a wild job. And that's fair. You know, typically heavy things, while you shouldn't simmer on them all the time, you should definitely like talk to someone and try and not rant and maybe not vent, but just get it out there, you know. Of course, I always want the best for all of you guys. Just do a little better every day. Just slightly improve. Doesn't matter how small. As long as you're making the smallest of efforts, you'll get there one day. And me and the kids ended up getting sick. So, if I'm coughing or sniffing a little too much, that's why. They ended up getting colds and everything. But as for my new job I'm going into warehousing again. So I'm going to be operating more forklifts and all that other stuff. And that's basically what I've done since I was like 18. Other than a little bit of construction mixed in, and construction, this job, and I think I worked for maybe 3 fast food places. And that's something that I'll never do again. Fast food is absolutely horrible. You guys don't have to get into it too much, but what do you guys do for work? Jake, if you're still hanging out in here, what do you do? Any other chatters that haven't said anything just yet, don't be afraid to chime in. This is a pretty laid-back environment here. Or at least I would like to think. Not old enough. What, are you like a preteen or something? I don't want to... That's fair. I don't want to sound like I'm old or anything, or like a boomer, but I've worked since I was like 16. So, yeah, that's fair. All you can say is you're a teen. I get it. I've worked since I was 16, and that's when I that's when I started fast food. I ended up going to work with my mom in a travel plaza on one of our major highways. And I was a fry cook for gotcha. So you are a little too young to be working just yet. Other than mowing lawns, of course. Yeah. And you shouldn't specify, the internet's a bad place full of bad people. So, you got it right there. And you know, I've experienced that, even in my current relationship. And it does cause spouts of arguing and everything, Salad. But all I can tell you is you have to talk it out with your significant other. And, you know, just being open and honest about how you feel is the best way to go about things. They say the truth will set you free, and, you know, I think that's a double-edged sword right there. Because that truth will either fix your relationship or it will end it. So, one way or another, you'll be free. So it's not ideal, but that's the best thing you can do is to come out in your relationship and explain how you feel and see what's reciprocated and what you guys can do to fix those issues. And you know, I'm not the best person for relationship advice because, you know, it's all stuff I've had to figure out on my own. So the least I can do is share the little bit of wisdom that I do have. And yeah, retail is awful. And it kind of made me sick. You know, I'm a big guy, but working fast food made me almost want to stop eating meat. I almost wanted to go vegetarian. Almost. Like, it just kind of made me sick after a while, you know. I was cooking upwards of 250 pounds of chicken on the grill a day. And then about 150 pounds of steak for this Mexican place. So, like, cooking all that meat just almost turned me off. And for the sake of not butchering your name, I'm just going to call you Z, okay? Hi, Z. How are you doing? Well, without more, like, personal and intimate details, I really can't give you any more advice on that. See, I'm not quite old-fashioned, but, you know, over here, like, the way I was raised is that you you do everything for your woman and you take care of her and everything, right? Well, in like this day and age and everything, things tend to be more equal. Even though I don't live by that, I do support my family and everything. But in terms of like equal treatment and being able to reciprocate feelings and not giving enough, like emotionally, that's just a finicky thing, and I'm not sure I can give too much more advice on that. That's some heavy stuff, though. I hope you can manage to, you know, cope with that and try and come to a solution. Well, change is a good thing. Things don't always change for the better. Hence why bad things happen. Things like recession and, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, change isn't always good. But once you learn what the issue is, once you've experienced bad change, that's the beauty of it, is that you can just change it again, right? So, just keep changing things until things stop being bad. You have to experiment with things, and that's one of the lessons that my grandparents taught me when I was younger, to always experiment and to try and do better things with myself and experience new things. But that's about all I can say on it. But, yeah, after seeing your little conversation there, I'm still just going to call you Z. So, Z, what you get into this weekend? Do anything cool, anything fun, or just hung out? And then, salad. You drink... I know, like, soda isn't a popular thing everywhere, but you drink any, like, Mountain Dew or anything, or know any of the flavors? Because I could probably rant about, the current, flavor, lineup for Mountain Dew. I see. Alright. So, the problem with that is, and, you know, I'm guilty of it, of trying to find someone to help me, but sometimes you can only be so supportive, right? You can only really support people in the capacity that you can support yourself. So, while it's not unreasonable to want your partner to be there for you and to help you, it is unreasonable to ask for a little too much, because at the end of the day, you're responsible for your own well-being and for your own mental health. And of course, you know, you're never alone in anything that you do. Like, I've advocated for mental health for a really long time. Before I even started making YouTube videos on my website, I've written poetry, believe it or not. Poetry and about, you know, how to put it? Self-expiration. I've written poems about that, and at the end, I include all kinds of phone numbers and everything to helplines and stuff like that. If you ever feel like you're in a really dark place, you can always go to my website. It'll be in the description. And you can always fill out a contact form, and I will always email you back. No one ever has to feel alone, okay? And yeah, it's hard to know, because it's hard to know what is too much because of some things. You feel so close to a person, and it almost feels like there's nothing you could ask them and they could say no to, right? But at the end of the day, we're responsible for ourselves, and we have to dig ourselves up out of that dark place. But you never have to be alone. Code Red. Oh man, you're sounding like my my buddy, my well, best friend, I should say. He drinks a lot of Code Red and a lot of voltage like what I have here. Like, the melon flavor was okay. Spark is pretty good. It's raspberry lemonade. That's like one of my favorite flavors. But for the life of me, I don't know what, like this past holiday season, what made them make gingerbread Mountain Dew. It is a blight on humanity. It is awful. And then Flaming Hot Mountain Dew? It's just insane. I don't know what they're doing with these flavors. And then something else that irked me a couple years ago, back when they had the contest to see if Baja Blast or Pitch Black was going to be a permanent flavor. Pitch Black won, but it went away and they kept Baja Blast. So that kind of upset me. And I will fist fight over this. Pitch Black is the best Mountain Dew flavor. No arguing. Now, another flavor I wish they would bring back, though. I wish they would bring back Whiteout. That was a very good flavor. Yeah, they made a gingerbread Mountain Dew, and it was like the worst thing ever. My sister likes it, but you know, she's kind of a freak of nature. She'll eat or drink anything. And then there's Dark Berry Dr. Pepper. I thought I was going to end up liking that, but I didn't. I wouldn't try it. It is quite literally the worst thing ever. Gingerbread Mountain Dew is awful. Dark Berry Dr. Pepper is okay, but I don't really like it. And Starlight Coke is close to an abomination. Something that tastes like burnt s'mores on the front end, and then it tastes cold and like minty on the back end, and then it makes your tongue tingle. Like, it's such a weird flavor. So it's a pretty virgin, pretty virgin palate you have for Mountain Dew then. But there's a whole myriad of flavors, and not all of them are great. Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm gonna finish out the rest of this week at this my current job, my current temp position, and then I'm going to move to warehousing the following week. That's fair, Z. I mean, it's not really the best thing for you, so no, you shouldn't drink it. But it doesn't hurt to have a soda every now and then. Or even a Mountain Dew. I mean, this one bottle is like 290 calories. 76 grams of sugar. That's really not great for you. Like, I could go upstairs and make a lean burrito for less calories than that. Well, that's why you're not a free elf, Dobby. Not anymore. Thinking gingerbread Mountain Dew was good. Ugh. And then, when it comes to trying more, I'm not sure what flavors they even have available in the UK, honestly. I'm sure, I'm sure they probably have some obscure ones or something. Yeah, I had really bad asthma when I was younger. For a little while, I lived on the East Coast for a bit, and then I moved to Tennessee. And for some reason, I walked to school because I guess we just lived close enough. And this school was on the top of a very tall hill, and it was like a 3-story school. And this is an elementary school, mind you, so it's already bigger than what it should have been. And then for recess, we would run laps. That played hell on my little, like, 8-year-old lungs. And, yeah, I try to be encouraging, Dobby. You know, I, I'm a very positive person and everything, so I like to spread positivity to people. especially when they may not have it too great, you know, or they're going through something. So I try my best. And just having the original Mountain Dew, well, I'd like to say you're missing out, but once again, it's not very healthy. It's not good for you. And as for you, Jake, I couldn't miss you, buddy. You show up in chat, so that's... How could I miss you? But, once again, hope everyone had a good weekend, managed to do some fun stuff, or just able to relax. Hope Monday wasn't too bad. You know, tomorrow will be the middle of the week, and then, there we go, almost back to the weekend again. For any of you that PC game, do any of you play Escape from Tarkov by chance? It's like a hardcore first-person shooter. Just asking because at 500 subs, I'm giving away 5 mugs from my website. And they're just, you know, the little inside joke that the Escape from Tarkov community has. Nikita, please. You know, whenever something bad happens, or there's a bug in the game, or you're getting shot up and you're hitting things, Nikita, please, you know, like... So, I just took that little inside joke, slapped it on a mug, and when I get to 500 subs, I'll be giving away 5 of those. You collect socks? Like rare socks? Like Okay, so this is going to sound dumb, but like collector socks, right? Like socks that have characters on them, or like just cool designs, or what? That's interesting, I think. And that's definitely a strange one. I'm excited for Tarkov to wipe, but I'm not going to have my graphics card. Valorant, I have never played it. From my understanding, it's similar to like CSGO, right? But more cartoony and like cooler. Tarkov is just like, it's kind of bad for your soul, honestly. It just makes you mad. Well, if you want one, quasihobbies.com. Basically just my YouTube channel.com. So you don't feel obliged to buy a mug though, because I am going to give them away, and who knows, anyone can win one. Yeah, that's what I figured. I've seen some Valorant gameplay, but I don't play it. I play a wide variety of games, though. I play stuff like... Here, let me just open up my gaming tab right quick. Every now and then, I get a big group of people and play SCP Secret Laboratory. And if you guys know what SCPs are, essentially 2 people are SCPs, or monsters. And their goal is to kill the security guards and the scientists, and the prisoners have to escape. And then if they don't do so in a limited time, anyone who died gets to come back as a guard, and or the security force, and their job is to kill the SCPs and the prisoners. And a lot of times we get like 16 people to play that. It's pretty fun. Stuff like Hunt Showdown, which is similar to Tarkov. All kinds of survival games, shooters, stuff like Apex Legends, Borderlands 3, you know, all types of crazy stuff. Yeah, I see. Collector socks. I did the same thing for my dad. He likes collecting, like, obscure things. Stuff, like, just random stuff. He's kind of a hoarder. So, I've bought him some socks with characters and stuff on them, and I know he still has them. So, I think, oh, whoops. I think that's a cool hobby. Honestly. And I'm not sure if you guys saw it or not, if you were here, but I showed my mini bike frame, or at least the one I'm currently in the process of building, and I'm selling the other one that I have upstairs. Yeah. Laptop gaming is colorful. I'll call it colorful. My buddy, when he transitioned into PC gaming, he got a laptop with a 3080 in it. And I told him, for the same money that he bought that laptop, he could have built a whole desktop. But he didn't listen. He wanted the laptop. And, you know, it works for him and everything, but it's quirky. It looks like the chat on my PC is going a lot slower than the chat on my phone, so I'm gonna read it off my phone for a bit. And yeah, Apex is a good game, but I went from console to PC, and so I'm more used to the plebs on console than I am with people that've been playing PC their whole lives with mouse and keyboard. 1,200 pairs of socks. That's wild. That is a lot of socks, man. And Demon Slayer is really good. You probably have a couple dressers full of those socks, huh? When it comes to anime, though, I kind of like the more gory stuff. So, like, Hellsing Ultimate, Dead Man Wonderland, Attack on Titan. I watch a lot of Dragon Ball. My buddy started getting me into One Piece. I watched Naruto. The Saga of Tanya the Evil's another good one. There's just so many. One Punch Man's good. Oh, we got a bunch of console gamers here then, huh? Well, that's okay, because Xbox 360, one of the best periods of gaming I ever had in my life. I'm a Xbox fan myself. But, you know, I've been known to play a good deal of PlayStation 2 and everything myself. I don't like the newer Sony consoles, though. And, like, I primarily made the switch to PC because, well, I had a bunch of friends on PC, so it was an easy change. And then on top of that, all the other stuff I can do. Like this recording and my website and everything, it just made a lot of sense to switch to PC. Six totes full of socks. That is one hell of a collection. Hats off to you, man. Vegeta and Goku. That's a lot like me and my buddy's dynamic. He's very, like... He's very hard-headed and stubborn and jealous like Vegeta is. Meanwhile, I'm a lot like Goku, just happy and everything, just a goofball. And yeah, like Salad said, Xbox 360 isn't a bad console. It's just, you know, things die out over time, and it just sucks that Xbox 360 is dying out. And then, you know, multiplayer-focused games, there's a lot more of those than there are, like, single-player games. So it does kind of ruin it for some people. I wish it would be a little more balanced. Definitely notice I seem to have a younger audience, but don't worry. Gaming is going to really, it's almost at its peak, really. Like, graphically, we can't get too much better. So, all that leaves to improve is the gameplay. And once you guys get old enough to, you know, really get into gaming the way you want to and be able to afford it, I think games, like the games that we're going to have here soon, will really, like, blow some people's minds. I mean, VR's already making, like, big leaps. I'm not sure it'll die out, but, it's not, like, popular like what it was. It's kind of niche. But it's cool. And I think the gameplay aspects are cool. And I'm excited to see what's going to come. Well, that's okay, Z. You know, I struggle with insomnia and stuff, so I sleep maybe, I don't know, 5 hours a night if I'm lucky. Sometimes a lot less or not at all. So, I understand, and at least, you know, I like to think I'm good company. I like to think these other guys here are good company too, so you came to the right place. Oh man, that's awful. You know, you typically think the red ring of death is what would kill your Xbox 360, not having milk poured on it. Jeez. And you know, Salad, that bothers me too. Like, there's only one Call of Duty game that didn't include the story, and that was Black Ops 4. And that game was absolute butt cheeks. I maybe played 2 or 3 matches of it before I traded in the disc. And then, just all of the Call of Duties today, their stories seem to be a lot shorter. And, it's just not very good. Not to mention, you know, I don't know why, but they're starting to charge $70 for, AAA titles now instead of $60. And I don't I'm not going to blame that on inflation because it's been the same since I was a little kid, you know. So I don't know why they raised the price. Black Ops 4 Zombies sucked, I think. Oh, and that kind of sucks, Z. What, was it because it was a violent game or something? But yeah, Black Ops 4 was just bad. I like 3 better. Honestly, I really didn't even mind like all the like the 3D movement and stuff like that, and all the wall running and like the exosuits. I liked it personally, but I guess that's because I was good at it. That's like that was a new concept back when that first came out on Advanced Warfare. All right. But yeah, stuff like Borderlands though, Borderlands 1 through 3, or I guess Little Tina's Wonderland now. Even though that's not a Borderlands game, but in essence it is. Like, all those games are great. Not to mention they're all split screen and everything. Now, that's a game that you can sit down and enjoy with some friends. I love that game. It looks that way, Jake. But you know, Wii was fun too. Some of my fondest memories in gaming were from Wii Sports. People from Ukraine. So, let me ask this, and forgive me if I sound ignorant in asking this. But, are you guys housing refugees or something? It's an awful thing, Ukraine is. Yeah, the Wii was an awesome console. What did fail though was the Wii U. That that was weird. That was a weird thing to do, in my opinion. But I think that was their way of building up to the Switch because it's really similar in how they function, but the Switch is everything the Wii U was and more. So I think it was just a precursor to something better. Yeah, the Wii U really did flop. But you know what didn't? Well, I guess it did because they didn't make another one. Um, the Nintendo DS. I I love those little handhelds. I wish they kept them. Because Nintendogs, Cooking Mama, and the different Mario games and everything. And like some people complained about the 3DS and headaches and stuff like that, but I thought it was awesome. And then on top of that, you could turn 3D on and off. So I just really enjoyed the 3DS. Oh, fishing games, my man. See, I do a lot of fishing in IRL, and when I really have the hankering to go, but the weather's bad, it's too hot, or I don't feel like going out in the rain, or it's snowing, or whatever, I will always sit down and play a good fishing game. I wish Rapala still made games. See, I had one of the original ones, which was like really blocky and everything. And that one ended up getting water damage because, you know, I was just a dumb kid. But then I got a 3DS, and I took care of that thing like nothing else. That was my favorite thing ever. So, like, just good memories. Very nostalgic. And, yeah, that's kind of DSs are kind of an old person thing, I guess. And, you know, I wouldn't consider 23 old, but, you know, sometimes my kids and my gray hairs remind me that, you know, I am a little older. Because I see myself, like, as younger, you know. Because I don't act my age. I do goofy things. I play around with my kids, and, you know, I'm, like, young-spirited. So I don't feel old, you know. I feel like I'm still, like, 18, but obviously I'm not. Yeah, fishing is, like, an excellent thing to do with your family. What do you fish for? Do you, like, target a certain species or something? Or do you just go out with a dozen of night crawlers and, you know, just a hook and a sinker? I do a lot of bass fishing. I fish for carp a lot. I fish for catfish. Some days I'll just go out and chill with some worms or something. But typically I like to do targeted fishing because just the sport of it. Yeah, see, you're on the younger side. Back when I had a DS, you probably weren't even born yet. Oh, and then the Nintendo 64. That that was excellent. The time has definitely run away. I've I bought a PS2 recently, and a bunch of the old games I used to play, because I had some nearly 500 disc collection of PS2 games. Lost them all in storage. So I bought a PS2 again and some of the games I used to play. And it's been a lot of fun. I typically find that I have a lot more fun playing old games than I do new games. Oh, deep sea fishing. You're making me jealous. Because, see, I live on the East Coast, and there's salt water everywhere. But I still have to drive 3 hours if I want to go out and go deep sea fishing. It's a lot of brackish water here. I fish the Chesapeake Bay, which is in the Maryland, Virginia area on the east coast of the U.S. And, you know, we don't get, like, too many saltwater species in my area, but sometimes we get, I think, summer flounder. Sometimes manatees will come up the bay. But it's a lot of brackish species. I have to go further inland if I want to catch strictly freshwater stuff like pickerel and pike. You have to go way inland for that. Or if you want to go deep sea fishing or catch any saltwater species, you have to go 3 hours out to the coast. But where I am is like smack dab in the middle of everything. So you don't... It's just a weird environment. Alright, Salad. Enjoy your gaming, man. But yeah, I think the one thing I haven't caught yet is a shark. I've caught bunch of different saltwater species, but not shark. Caught skates, stingray, rockfish out, striped bass out in the wake and or in the surf and everything else, but you know, not shark. That's on the list though. Is speedrunning Mario gaming? Well, I would consider it. Don't know if that's rhetorical or not, but if you're playing a game, or you know, breaking it to your advantage, then yeah, I would call that gaming. But considering the time and everything, and we've already been here for about an hour, I think I'll hang out for another 15-ish minutes. But after that, I'm gonna get off of here and go get some dinner, guys. It's a little late to be eating here. It's almost 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so it's a little late to be eating, but I need to eat something. Portal 2. Oh, that's a good game. I don't know anything about speedrunning though. That's not my niche. Yeah, see, you're a couple years older than me. But I don't do a lot of deep sea fishing. I do a lot of bass fishing, stuff like that. Here's one of my favorite reels. This is, I don't know if you heard the brand, but they make a bunch of, they do deep sea stuff too, but it's Six Gill. And they make excellent stuff, and they like have really good warranties and everything. The reason I haven't been using this though is because, well, last summer I had a bunch of hornets chasing me, and I dropped this on a rock, so now the handle's loose. And I've just been waiting. I'm going to try and get the parts to fix it. But that's like my favorite brand, and that's like they fit my color scheme, the whole black and blue and everything. So they're just nice. They're cool people. They have their Facebook group and everything, and they interact with all their customers, and it's just a cool company overall. And I'm not trying to simp, and I'm definitely not sponsored or nothing, but I just like what they do. I'm also a big fan of Quantum reels. This one's just like a little cheap $50 Walmart one, but it's smooth. Caught a lot of fish on that too. That one I have off a rod because it's due for cleaning and oil. 1:45 in the afternoon or the morning? Probably in the morning, I would guess, considering you said you couldn't sleep. So, for it to be that time, you're probably somewhere over in Europe yourself, huh, Z? Yeah. So, it's getting kind of late there. So you should probably... Oh, Czechia. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'm a little tired myself. And you know, being sick, my pronunciations ain't all that great either. But yeah, that makes more sense about everything. Yeah, boats are great investments. And I had a bass boat, but back when my grandmom died and everything, uh, I guess she had a reverse mortgage on her house or something like that, so the bank was taking her house. So all of a sudden, my big storage lot that I used for everything, all of a sudden wasn't my storage lot anymore. So I had to sell off my boat. That's why I'm selling off my bike that I have upstairs, because I don't have anywhere to ride it, so building it was fun enough. Yeah, I think it was a 17 foot, and it was a nitro, and I think it had a 150 horsepower Mercury on the back of it. So, you know, boats are great investments. I bought this one for, I think, like $3,000. I redid the carpet and everything, and did a bunch of electrical stuff. And then I sold it to the neighbor for like 5, which was less than what it was worth after all that work, but it was kind of short notice. But yeah, the way that's how I see it too. I mean, that's why I don't understand why people want to be rich. Like, hear me out on this. What's the point of having all that money if you're not enriching your life with it? You know? You can buy so much stuff to make your life more enjoyable and be able to fulfill yourself and everything else. So I just don't get why people get a bunch of money and then they don't spend it on themselves. They save it until they die. And then generational wealth isn't really like the second generation typically spends all that money and they waste it. So the way I see it is you should teach your family good values, the importance of being educated for whatever job it is they want to do, whether it be a trade or they need a degree. The importance in their education, one way or another. And then the importance of being able to enrich themselves and be able to experience new things. Because that's something that your kids get to experience. They get to go out on the ocean and see cool fish and sharks and everything. Meanwhile, someone else's kids don't get to experience that. Or, they're just... I know a lot of wealthier people box their kids in and keep them in a cage so they don't experience anything. And I don't get that. But, I just went on kind of a rant. I'm just going to stop there. But, yeah, if you work hard for your money, spend it the way you want. And that's the way I say it. You see, that's an awesome philosophy to have. What do you do for work, Dobby, if you don't mind me asking? I'm not ready for a house just yet, but I've had my fair share of pretty cool stuff and my fair share of fun. I would say that you do have an awesome shot collection. And when it comes to my investments, I too invest into small companies, but, sometimes those small companies stop being small companies or their leadership does weird things. So, I spend a lot of money in small business, especially considering, I live in, what is essentially a tourist town. We're right off the highway, and this is one of the like few places that you can get Maryland blue crabs, as they call them. So we get a lot of traffic and everything, and I can tell you these tourist shops ain't cheap and they make their fair share of money, but I would still rather go pay them than Walmart. Like, I don't care. I won't hide what I do. Right now, I am. I'm a yard laborer, but what I really do is I drive all kinds of different equipment. Uh, Everything from excavators to backhoes to full-on semi-trucks and everything. And I don't have a license for any of it. Like, you typically need a CDL to drive a semi, but I don't have one. I'm just a normal guy, so, I do that, and I do it for $16 an hour. I don't make great money, but I make enough to live. Oh, see? Yeah, you're probably one hell of a salesman then. I always wanted to. Well, I didn't always want to, but my sister wants to go into real estate. She's turning 18 here soon, and she wants to get her license and everything. So I hope she goes as far as you do, because you really got your stuff figured out, and I can appreciate that. And Jake, this video is live. Anyone that's here or anyone that comes to watch it after it's over will hear your names. Yeah. I mean, granted, I'm just a small little YouTuber, but my streams do well, do well after I end them. This one's actually going pretty good, though. Just think it's crazy how I reacted to a music video from a band that stopped making music over 10 years ago, and now I got well over 200 subs from that. Just to put it in perspective, on May 5th, I hit 30 subscribers. And here we are on June 21st, and I'm at 262. So, in just over a month, I basically, quintupled my viewership. So, I think that's pretty cool. Well, I'm glad you're here too, honestly. Because, I like talking to my viewers and everything, and that's why I like to stream. Because then I can interact more, immediately. Yeah. See, because, I don't know why, but reaction videos do well. And I guess it was good because people actually stuck around afterwards. That's right. We all make a living somehow. And I hope so, because she works a lot. I mentioned she's about to turn 18, but she's been living on her own since she first turned 17. She works very hard and is even a shift supervisor at Dunkin' Donuts here in town. She makes a little less than I do, but she works hard and she puts in a lot of time. So, with that type of ethic and everything, she probably will go far. Meanwhile, I'm going to school this fall to start with one of my required classes for my NCCER welding certification. I have to take basics of construction, and then the semester after is when I actually start welding. I mean, I weld now, but I want to get certified, so, you know, if I decide to make my own business of it, I have my certification to back me up. Or if I want to work for a better company right off the bat. I mean, I could just go to some random fab shop right now and be like, hey, I know how to weld, can I be your welder's helper, and then move on after I learn some. But, you know, I've kind of done crap work for, 5 years already. I kind of just want to start off, you know, just a little bit above it. And I guess my goal with YouTube, I just want to do this for fun. I'm not really in it for money, but, you know, the money is nice. Like, that's the plus side of it. Interacting with you guys, you know, is what really makes me happy. Well, see, Jake, I already have a website and everything, and I do have t-shirts and stuff, but, you know, I don't encourage anyone to buy that stuff because I want to make money off of you. That stuff is only there for people that, you know, that really want to do it, like, just for no type of reason. But, yeah, welding is a good thing. And, in my opinion, it's fun. It's hot, yeah. And all the protective gear and everything. But, it's fun. I'm not, like, very creative. But I know how to make, like, useful things. Or I could make an art piece. I could make an art piece out of just random little scraps of metal. I've done it with my stick welder, and I've done a little bit of stick. I've done a little bit of flux. I forget like the actual like correct names for it, but I've done some stick. I've done MIG, and I've done flux. My current welder, I can also do TIG, but it's scratch. It's scratch start. And it doesn't take a pedal, so I want to learn how to do scratch start TIG, but I don't have the gas for it. Well, yeah, anyone that goes to YouTube with the strict idea of making money is gonna fail. Like, I want to be here and I want you guys to watch me because, you know, I'm a genuine good person. And that's my, like, that's what I want. Money is just a means to an end. And all it does is pay your bills and make you be able to do cool, fun things with your family. So, I'm not here because I want a means to an end. I'm here because I want to hang out with you guys. Because talking to you is a form of, well, let's say it's a coping mechanism for me because, you know, I'm not all there in my head, but this helps me, like, wind down and, like, de-stress. So, you know, you guys are more here for me than I am for you, if that makes sense. But I value you guys, and I appreciate you all. So, once again, you know, at 500 subs, I'm going to give away 5 mugs. And, with that being said, I recommend you follow me on Twitter. Not because I'm trying to build that up too, but because Twitter is how I'm going to pick out the winners. I'm also going to make a note. I'm sorry for my international crowd, but I can really only ship them, locally. So if you're in the 50 states, I can ship a mug to you. But otherwise, I'm kind of sorry. Forgive me. I'll work on that as I get bigger. Well, thanks, Dobby. I appreciate it. I mean, like... I appreciate you guys. I really do. I'm going to work on things and, work on, like, everything. And I'm going to try and get better because currently, like... How do I put this? It's kind of basic. Everything that I have here is kind of basic. I've built everything myself, so it's iffy, But I'm going to try and do my best to make sure that I provide some type of value to you guys, like knowledge-wise or conversation-wise, and I'm going to try and be entertaining. So, I appreciate all the help if you guys share me. I really appreciate that. But the bare minimum, just you guys being here, I just want you to know that that's enough. Like, I'm just some strange guy on the internet that decided to turn on a camera one day, and it's weird. And will you get merch if you're in the EU? I have to see about that. I don't know if my current provider ships to the EU, and I'll have to look into it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know my t-shirt provider might. I know they might. I'm not sure about my mug provider, though. That's stuff I'll have to look into. Like, all the business stuff is fresh to me. And I try to target people that are in the US. So, let me... Now knowing that I have a broader audience, I'll have to work it out for you guys, okay? I promise. I'll figure it out. And if my provider won't, I'll find a way to see if I can ship it to you myself. More bacon? See, that was my girlfriend's first attempt at making homemade biscuits. And they were good, they were just shaped weird. But I do bake. My grandma brought me up and taught me how to bake. So if you want to see more of that, I'll for sure definitely, I'll have her do that. And I'll record it. That's, like, very valuable information, so thank you for that. Because YouTube Shorts are kind of strange to me. One video will do a couple thousand, and then the next one will do, like, 5. So, I'm not sure how Shorts works yet, or of the algorithm or anything. But I'll do more baking. I'll do more cooking stuff, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, your dad cooks? What's your, okay, here's my question to you guys then. What's your favorite dish? Be it dessert, lunch, dinner, breakfast? What's your favorite? I'm interested to know. While you're typing, currently mine is sausage gravy and biscuits, hence the homemade biscuits. We make ours a little on the thicker side, so we cut the biscuits in half and put the sausage gravy in the biscuit, so it's more like a sandwich. Ravioli. Don't say Chef Boyardee ravioli. That's not what you're talking about, is it? But then again, I kind of have a feeling that's what it is. And my girlfriend loves to cook and loves to bake. So, you know what? We'll start doing more of that on the channel, too. I'll let her know. Real ravioli. Okay. You had me there for a second. I thought you were going to be like my sister, cuz the only ravioli she eats is out of a can. But real ravioli's good. Steak tacos are good. Another one of my favorites. My mom makes this stuff. She calls it steak and sauce, but it's like a Hispanic styled steak. And then she stews that for a while, cause you know we're on the poorer side, so she uses stew meat and she stews it. Then it gets like real thick and it's like real tender and everything. And then we'll eat it over brown rice. And that's really good. Chicken. Like baked chicken, fried chicken, rotisserie. I imagine baked, right? Or roasted. Roasted and baked, or, you know, kind of dancing on the edge of being the same. Quesadillas are good. They very much are. And baked. Yeah. Baked chicken's good. Something that my parents always struggled with, and I don't like their baked chicken. But they always struggle with the chicken absorbing the flavor of what they're trying to cook with it. So, like, a lot of the time, it's like a dry, flavorless chicken. The skin will be excellent and everything, but they do, like, no preparation. They don't marinate the chicken, and they're not even, don't even, like, if they don't marinate it, they don't inject it, and they don't do anything, like, special with it. They don't, baste it or anything, so it's not the best. But chicken and steak quesadillas, on point. Oh man, what else? Enchiladas? Yeah, they're not my favorite, but I'll enjoy a enchilada every now and then. Everything but mushrooms. See, I kind of have an aversion to vegetables. So, if it's not like a potato, I don't really eat veggies all that much. And I know that's not very healthy, but yeah, no, I don't like vegetables. If it's not like a starch vegetable like a potato or beans or something, then I probably don't like it. That's not saying that I won't eat something with vegetables, but like it has to be the vegetables are cooked into it, you know? I'm like primarily grain and meat eater. But I do like fruits and stuff. I like bananas, I like mangoes. An apple every now and then, but you know, very specific. this has been a great stream, guys, so I really appreciate you all stopping by and watching and talking with me, because this stuff really does make me happy, and it really does make my day better. And I know, kiwis? No, I don't like that fruit. And yeah, like, if it's something with the vegetables cooked with the protein, so stir fry, like chicken stir fry or something, that's one thing. But vegetables by themselves, or like raw veggies, no. Allergic to apples? Oh, that's rough. I mean, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but I guess you have it the opposite, right? But back to what I was saying, I really appreciate you guys and everything, and this is nice having this conversation, but I think I'm gonna have to call it and get some dinner. I still have to write a post for my website and everything before bed, so I have about an hour and 45 minutes to do it. So thank you all for stopping by. About 238-ish subscribers, and I'll be doing that giveaway. And depending what happens when we get there, I might be able to ship internationally. I'll figure that out. So we'll see, and I'm not trying to build up other social media or nothing, but I suggest follow me on Twitter so I can pick you guys out, and that way I can contact you and everything. If you don't have Twitter, that's okay. I'll come up with something. But yeah, other than that, well, thank you, Jake. And I try not to stream for a really long time because, obviously people have lives and stuff going on. So I try to make it to where people can just come in, watch for a while, leave, or they can sit here and watch the whole thing, because I have never sat down and watched anyone stream for 4 hours straight. Has anyone? So yeah, I get it for people that are in different time zones, but I try to keep my streams on the shorter side. But yeah, so oh, that's Kakashi. So my girlfriend actually got me that, I think, for either last Christmas or last Father's Day. Not 2 days ago, but like actually last Father's Day, last year. Thank you, Salad. And I really appreciate your kind words. I hope things get better between you and your girlfriend, and talk things out, and everything will fall into place. It just takes time. Time is your most valuable resource. But yeah. So, like I was saying, yeah, I got Kakashi there from my girlfriend on some holiday. I thought that was very nice of her. I have more art, I just haven't hung it up back there yet, because I'm waiting to get a frame for it, because it's canvas and it has all the white corners. But with that being said, I'm going to go write my post and everything, and in the description after this video goes live, there should be links to everything. So if you want to check it all out, check back after the stream's ended. And anything else? I don't think I'm forgetting anything, but giveaway at 500. follow me on one of my other social medias, or all of them. That's up to you. My shameless plug. And then, oh, and you guys are never alone. Remember that. If you go into the description, and like I said, you go to my website, www.quasihobbies.com. If you ever need to talk, you can use the contact tab, and I will always email you back. Always. Especially if you're having a bad time or you're in a dark place, talk to me, okay? Because I value you all, and I don't want anyone doing nothing stupid to themselves, alright? And you know what? I would love to go deep sea fishing with you too, Dobby. And if there's ever a time, you know, like I said, you can reach out to me through my contact form on my website. And as long as you don't mind me recording, I would love to record it. So after, oh yeah, that's the one thing I forgot to mention. So I'm not sure if anyone heard, but my GPU is kind of messed up, and that's why this is just a just chatting stream, and I don't have any gameplay in the background. So it's messed up. I'm sending it off to be fixed, and my normal content is going to be a little iffy because I'm going to be streaming from my phone when I do stream. I'll be making shorts, and if I make any videos like with my phone, they're going to be like edited a little funny because I have to do all that stuff on my phone now. So hopefully that gets fixed and back to me really fast. But thank you all for watching. I appreciate every single last one of you. Any of you that didn't chat, because I know there's more of you in here than just Z, Jake, Dobby, and Salad. I know there's more of you. So if you didn't speak up this time, then maybe next time. I appreciate you all. So have a good night, everyone. Have a good morning if you're in that type of time zone. And as always, have a good one, guys.